So I thought maybe I'd try to see if I could make a goat-proof chicken door today. So the other day I was working, well, let me explain. So we have gotten out of rabbits and we've replaced those with the pigs. So we have slowly over the last month or two, we've slowly gotten out of rabbits. We have no more rabbits anymore. And I was taking apart the rabbit cages, stealing the hinges off the rabbit cages, and I came up with an idea that I might be able to make a goat-proof door using some of the pieces from the rabbit cages. So let me take you inside. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You want to come in, buddy? Come on in. Got to wave him on. He's deaf. He gets hand motions though. He's like no sign language. All right. So I took all the doors off of the rabbit cages, and I've got them stacked right here. And what I was thinking about doing is using these doors and screwing them together and make like a small tunnel. So it'll be like a chicken tunnel, and hopefully the chickens will be able to walk through that tunnel and through the door, but the goats won't be able to get through and back up on their legs, and they won't really be able to crawl through that tunnel. So that's what I'm kind of hoping, that I'll be able to use these doors that were on the rabbit hutches and make a little chicken tunnel, and hopefully the goats won't be able to get back into the chicken coop and eat the food of the chickens, and I can leave those feeders down. So I think this will be pretty quick and easy. We'll just have to wait and see. I think I'll just screw these together. I may have to get a couple other boards, but let's see how it works out. We've been using this stall to store all the extra hay, some extra hay down here, and now that I opened it up, the goats are eating it all. What are you doing? So right now there's my chicken door opening, and you can see it's about probably a 5-inch square, and the goats still make it through that opening. So I think I'll just go ahead and see if I can take these bars off of here and make a tunnel instead. I've picked these 3 doors because they're kind of the tallest doors, so it'll make the longest tunnel. But basically what I'm thinking is I'm just going to put them together like so, make a little tunnel. Let's hope that the goats can't make it through. Well, the chickens are looking it over. I've seen one go in and out. I think it'll take them a little while to get used to it. It looks different now, so they're checking it out. But the real test is going to be see whether the 2 little girl goats, whether they can get in there. So the way to do that, I don't think they've noticed yet. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bang around on these barrels, get some chicken feed out, and when they see me go in there and fill that up with chicken feed, they are going to be definitely trying to get in that door. So let's see what happens. Stay out of there. Nope. Nope. Get out of there. Nope. So I just filled up the chicken feed. So now we'll just wait and see if a goat ends up inside the chicken coop. So you 2 are the little ones that'll be able to fit inside the chicken coop. Well, that didn't work. Leia was able to slide right in, no problem. So some people told me they called it a hallway door or a closet door. I can't remember what they called it. Anyway, they basically said, from what I understood, is to make it so there's a turn. It's not straight in, and it will make it so that the goat can't get in there. So we're going to go ahead and take this back apart and put it so it has a turn in it this time, and hopefully that'll keep Leia from inside here. So let me see if I can get her out. Leia, come on. Come on, Leia. Come on. Come on, gotta go out. Go out. Alright. Back to the drawing board. No. Now that she knows she can get in there, she will not stop. See? Stop. Stop. Okay, we got version 2.0. I don't know if you guys can see this real well, but so the door is right here. They have to come in, and then they have to go turn and go out this way. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move their water bucket here so they've got a clear path there. We'll just have to wait and find out if that turn is enough for the goats not to be able to get in. So surprisingly enough, most of the animals are actually out in the barnyard right now, so I'm just going to have to come back and see whether one of the goats end up getting in the chicken coop. So I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do some wood splitting. I'm actually going to go make another YouTube video. I'm going to try to get a bunch of wood split today, and we'll come back here in a second, and we'll go ahead and see whether the goats have ever got in there or not. Well, I've been splitting wood for about 2 hours now. It's actually about 1 o'clock now. So I've got a pretty good project going here. This is another video that I'll be posting after this one. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the house. I'm going to go ahead and start fixing me some lunch. Actually, before we head back to the house to cook our lunch, let's see if we got any goats trapped in the chicken coop, or see if it's goat free. Well, there's actually no goats in the chicken coop, so that's actually a good thing. But there ain't really any chickens in there either, so there's only like 1 chicken in here. So I don't know if the chickens are having a hard time trying to figure out how to get in that door, because they may look inside of that and they'll see that other side, that other fence, and they may not. They may be afraid to enter. So let's see. Oh, is one gonna go in? See? Looks like they quite haven't figured the door out yet. So I don't think the chickens actually know how to get in the coop either. So they've been walking by this door and they've been looking inside, but I haven't seen any of them go back, inside the coop. They seem real curious about it, but they won't go inside. There's only 1 chicken inside. So I don't know. We're gonna have to come back this evening and see when it's nighttime. The chickens will want to go inside. So we'll see if any of them make it back in there this evening. So for lunch today, I'm going to be grilling out some hamburgers. So these are actually homemade hamburgers. These are hamburgers that I've pressed out. They're actually 50% venison, 50% hamburger. So I use a lot of the venison meat from when we deer hunt. I use that in conjunction with hamburger, so that I can make my hamburger go a lot farther. So 50-50 mixture, make up a bunch of hamburgers. They pretty much taste exactly like a hamburger. You can't really tell that they got deer in them. I also mix up a bunch of regular 1-pound packages of meat also. I use that for tacos, meatloaf, anything you pretty much use ground beef for. So pretty much, once I get a deer, that's pretty much, that gets me, I mix that with some hamburger, and that's pretty much my my ground beef for the year. So these are pattied out at 1/3 pound patties. I'm not really sure what the temperature is today, but in the sun it is hot today. Well, look who showed up. Comet showed up. He's ready to get in the basement and cool down, aren't you? You're not even gonna look at me. He just wants to look straight at that basement door. Ready to go in? Right in he goes. He's ready to lay down on this floor and cool down. But right now it is 66 degrees down here in the basement. So Comet's gonna enjoy laying on this cool floor for a while. Well, it's just after 2 o'clock now. I'm getting ready to start back on the firewood. But before I do that, I want to go over to the pigs. It's a hot day. I want to go ahead and spray some water in their wallow and spray the pigs down, help them cool down. And, you know, just so that they don't overheat. Because pigs can't sweat, so they always got to, you know, they always got to lay on the ground or wallow in mud so that they cool down. Come here, let's get some clean pigs. Hey, stop messing with the hose. Hey, stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. Hey. Knock it off. I'll spray you down. Don't mess with the hose. Luckily, garden hose is rubber and I can't get shocked from it touching the electric fence. Well, we got the pig's wallow. It's pretty much full of water now, so now they can bathe in that and they'll be able to cool themselves down. So I'm gonna get back to splitting wood. Well, I just got done stacking and splitting firewood, cutting up logs. I'll tell you what, I spent at least 3 hours this afternoon and I am worn out. I got at least 5 hours in just working on firewood today. So that's normally how it goes. Is normally, you know, sometime during the day you normally have some type of a project or something to upkeep. And that's typical. Every weekend, the majority of the midday is just spent trying to work on something. So I'm in here checking to see whether we got any goats in the chicken coop. And there's no goats in the chicken coop. None that I can tell. But we do have 4 chickens now in the chicken coop. So there are a few chickens that have figured out how to get inside of the chicken coop. You hear that? That is Finny the fainting goat. She has a very distinct bah. I don't know what you want to call that. What do you want to say, Finny? You want to say something? You want to say something? She's a shy little goat. All the other goats are staring at me, wanting to know why I'm not paying attention to them. See, now these goats you can tell were handled more. I mean, of course, we got these when they were like 2 days old. But Finny obviously has not been handled very much because she's still like shy and doesn't really real comfortable with you touching her. But all these goats here, they're all very used to being handled and very used to being petted. So they're really friendly goats. It's not that Finny's not friendly, it's just that she's shy and she kind of stays back. But anyway, I am worn out from all the work that I've done this afternoon. I don't know if you can tell it. I have been probably profusely sweating and I need to go get some more to drink. So this time of the day I typically go inside. I'm gonna go get some supper, I'm gonna cool down, and then I probably won't actually come back outside till probably about 7 o'clock. So somewhere around 7 o'clock, it'll start cooling down of an evening. I'll probably try to do a few more chores, then put the animals up. And so that's what we'll be doing next.